Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly, email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today we are discussing a 2021 limited edition of 50 pieces, a glorious funky blue fume metallic dial in a 42.8mm H. Moser Cie Pioneer Perpetual calendar month date. A take on the Pioneer sports watch model with the Perpetual calendar system designed for H. Moser Cie by Andreas Streller. It's a different look using a signature dial fade and a color that has become associated with the Moser brand. Now the watch is fairly large, and it's designed to wear fairly large because it's designed to be read easily. So 42.8mm in diameter, the watch is 15mm thick, a lot of which is the domed sapphire, 51mm lug-to-lug, and the space between the lugs is 22mm. So the watch has a nice broad stance on the wrist. I'd recommend this watch for wrists 15 centimeters circumference or larger. You can see my wrist is 16 centimeters circumference, and while I've got a little bit of clearance on each side, I feel like I'm starting to approach the limit of a wrist that would wear this watch. Smaller than 15 centimeters circumference, you probably want to go with the Streamliner in 40mm from Moser. Now the watch won't really wear under a dress shirt cuff, but as you can see, you'll probably be okay with some sort of a sport jacket, so if you want to wear it formally, you should be good to go. Taking a look at the hardware and the software, as I like to say, the alligator leather has a sort of suede nubuck texture. It is bolstered a bit to give it some thickness, and you can see that the watch features rubber on the bottom of the strap, and then it features a folded edge with a monotone stitch. It's all matte black. There is a lovely coined, polished, and satinated buckle, as Moser always likes to match the buckle to the case design, and you can see that this is a brand new strap unworn. Again, rubber on the underside to isolate the leather of the strap from the moisture, sweat, heat, and grit of the wrist, and the case all of high polish on its flank with satinated lug hoods, and then these machined and coined recesses. Moser machines its cases and then hand finishes, and I always like to mention that because most companies just stamp because it's quicker. This level of finishing allows the recesses and the three-dimensional features of Moser cases, regardless of sports watch or dress watch, to be included with ease. Now you can see these are a little bit different than the standard Pioneers because they feature a lot more extravagant polish, a much more extravagant dial. Not so much because of the fume fade, that is relatively germane to the Pioneers, and you almost expect it at this point, but because this one features a unique Perpetual calendar display. It features small seconds, hours, minutes at center, and a power reserve indicator, screw-down crown, 120 meters water resistant, and you can see funky blue is a much lighter color than conventional dial blue metallics. It also fades from light to dark at the edge. That's what Moser calls the fume fade. Funky blue is this particular color. You can see all of the indices are applique. They are diamond polished, rhodium plated for high contrast, and then there's a Rayhaut outboard featuring loomed applications, so 1 dot of lume per index, so you can view this watch in the dark. There's a concentric pattern within the sub-seconds down at 6 o'clock, and you can see the watch features hacking or stop seconds. The calendar system actually can be changed in the night because the watch doesn't have a date danger zone like a conventional watch would with a conventional date. And here we have a calendar, which is a perpetual calendar, but it is bi-directional. You can turn it in either direction, so there's no date danger zone at night, and you can turn the calendar in either direction to adjust, which means in the year 2100, this watch does not have to go back to the factory for correction of the Perpetual calendar. Leap years, irregular length months, this calendar can handle it. Power reserve, rated at 7 days, but in fact it will run for almost 9. Here we have the manufacturer caliber 808, and as you can see, it features a twin mainspring barrel arrangement with the train jewels, that is the drivetrain jewels, and the pivots for the barrels, the arbors, they're actually in golden chaton, just like in the pocket watch here. You have 3/4 style bridges, split in the middle, yes, for easier service, but the look is supposed to read as a 3/4. So those chaton, as well as the 3/4 bridge designed to evoke the pocket watch here, along with the extended swan's neck style click spring. Double crested Code de Genève, Moser specialty. You can see those double crests on each wave, and then you can see that there's a full balance bridge with a free sprung index for shock tolerance and a free sprung style variable inertia balance for easy and precise adjustment. Beats weight 18,000 vibrations per hour, and it uses an overcoil hairspring so that you have concentric beating of the hairspring in every position, and the watch will keep even time, neither gaining nor losing in any physical position. That's the point of the overcoil. 14-karat gold escapement to extend power reserve and reduce friction and parasitic losses. And then you can see there is a lovely spring-style stud holder with a polished stud. The bridge is beautifully finished, and the movement generally is a combination of mechanical and manual finish judiciously applied to achieve the best results, much like FP Journe or Audemars Piguet. Also important, while this watch will run for almost 9 days, service should not take forever. So Moser designs this system so that the entire escapement, the balance staff, the hairspring, it can be lifted out as a unit when the watch goes in for service at a regional Moser service bureau. The entire energy and time-intensive component comes out as a unit, and a new pre-serviced unit goes in. Your watch gets back to you faster. You can see Sat Nation on the reverse side, as well as media blasting. There's a little pusher adjuster, and as you can see, the Perpetual calendar's leap year cycle is located on the reverse side, and that pusher adjusts that. The timepiece is gorgeous, handsome, versatile, and as one of 50, as Moser likes to say, very rare. The company only makes 1,500 watches a year. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. And we're back with the Moser Pioneer Perpetual Calendar month, date by night.